In this video today, I'm going to be talking about how to double up your revenue for a high ticket coaching or consulting business for 2025. So the year is coming to an end, and if you own a high ticket coaching or consulting business, you're probably doing some planning right now as to how you guys are going to print cash for the upcoming year. So with that said, let's go ahead and walk you through this little Miro board right now. So if you want to go ahead and double up revenue, the five areas that I think you guys can make the most impact on is either doubling up your enrollments. So let's talk about doubling up sales, as you see right here, doubling up guest invites, double payment link sent, doubling up your show up rate, or doubling up your consultations. So the easiest area, okay, give me a second here. I'm going to add one more, which is the cheat code, is really to go ahead and double up your testimonials, and you will actually get a double in revenue too. So if you take a look at the businesses that I'm a part of, here is Product Gym. We help people make a transition into a product manager role. As you can see here, I have a testimonial 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 here. I bring out as many testimonials as possible, and I post it early, often, and frequently. Why? Because when somebody's scheduling a call with you, they don't trust you any more than you trust me. Nobody trusts anybody right now, right? So the trust is really going to be established if you have any pitch deck. I can tell you that the way that we're training our admissions team how to sell our offers right now is actually just showing people our YouTube channel is much more effective than any deck or any illustration that we could show, right? So like when people are actually seeing like we're actually getting people jobs, we also have a cybersecurity offer, and just so that you know that I'm legit, this was us as the number 3 for top 10 online education companies back in 2021. That's me right there. So with that said, if you want to go ahead and double up revenue, most business owners in our racket are thinking about how do they go ahead and double up consultations, or how do they go out there and double up show up rate, or how do they double up enrollments. The 3 areas that they're really not focusing on, which are easier places for you to get a win, is actually doubling up your testimonials, doubling up your guest invites, doubling up your payment link sent. So we can go out there and pipe in more consultations. A lot of clients that we consult over here, they keep on increasing their ad spend, but for them so far it makes sense, because as long as there is some predictability with how many dollars is being spent versus how many enrollments you're getting, or how many admissions you're getting, or how much you're getting in sales or rev on the back end, it makes sense. But the ad spend keeps on going up. But let's just say we increase the consultations right here. Okay, but does that necessarily mean we're getting more enrollments? No, because you also have to go ahead and worry about show up rate. So I'm going to make an entire video about show up rate, but we found that the things that worked out for show up rate for us is not having a really rock star landing page, is not really having this like video. Ideally, we want people to watch a video to let them know why they should pay us by the time they show up on the phone, right? But they still don't show up anyways. You want to go ahead and improve your show up rate. Call the people when they're booking the appointment, because honestly, that's actually the time when they're in the most need. So if you, one of the ways to get a better show up rate is not by getting more people to show up on at the time that they book the call, like let's just say tomorrow 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but actually taking the call at the time when they actually book the call. And this is actually why I think in 2025, most high ticket coaching and consulting businesses, at least in the US, if you are not having a 24/7 sales team, you're absolutely going to be losing out. We have a 9 to 5 sales team, and then we have a team that's covering post 9 to 5 outside of US hours and on the weekends. That team closes people 1 a.m. in the morning, New York time, much better at a much higher rate than the people that are doing 9 to 5. Why? Because you're busy, you're distracted. If you make it to lunch, you've had some food in your system, you just don't feel that shitty about your current situation. We want to get these people when they're the most desperate, because that's when they're most likely to go ahead and pay. When I'm booking a call at 9:37 at night and I'm feeling like my life is over, That's actually the time when I want to talk to somebody the most versus, okay, I book a call at 9:37 at night. Clearly there's nobody to go ahead and talk to. So I got to wait till the next day until 1:30 in the afternoon. All right. But by that point, I'm not really feeling that bad about life. So you want to go ahead and the way that you increase or you double up your show up rate, have somebody on your team cover those after hours slot. If you need help hiring those people, you can always go ahead and reach out. Another thing that you guys can also do to double up revenue is double up the number of payment links sent, or what we call guest invites. The biggest mistake that I see a lot of high ticket businesses making, and I get pitched by, as you can see, I've been doing this for 7 years right now, 7 years and a month. And I can tell you this, the biggest mistake that I see a lot of high ticket businesses make is they have this offer. And recently this Instagram coach tried to sell me on an Instagram course. So I get all of this content, and then I get access to coaching calls, and then they have an account manager for me. Okay, and it was about $15,000, clear high ticket standard offer, right? And I said I had to go out there and think about it. And they were like, what's there to think about it? We made it happen for all these. I'm like, I give a shit. I don't give a shit if you had made it happen for 5 million people. I only care about whether or not that's going to print cash for me, right? The thing that most high ticket businesses don't understand is that we're selling effort. So Alex Hermosi, who I worship all of his books like it's reading the Bible, right? Talks about there's 5 things people need to consider before pulling that trigger and hitting the go button and getting the money that's from their wallet into your personal checking account. Is, can you deliver my dream outcome? What's the likelihood of achievement? Effort and sacrifice, pricing, and then timing. So the thing that most people that are selling high ticket are always thinking about is this, we made it happen for all these other people. So you want to go into tech sales and you're coming out of the military. Let me show you a U.S. Marine that's currently working in HubSpot right now, right? That's cool. I'm sure if you guys been around for 6 years as a business, you guys must have had a few vets that's gone through the program, right? What they really want to know, and it helps the fact that I know that somebody from my background has also made the transition. But the thing that I really, really want to know is, how much effort is it going to take for me to get to the good? What is the effort required? Now, if you try to sell one-to-one versus one-to-many, this is actually where a lot of businesses, they lose out. If I go out there and I notice, because when I first started my business, I would have successful outcomes talk to these people. So you want to transition into product management and you're coming from an investment banking background. Let me set up a call between you and this other person. At one-to-one, it is a very different energy than it's one-to-many. When I was in person during pre-COVID, I would just invite people to sit into class. So you're already getting calls. So by the end of the call, they will make a decision whether or not they're going to pull the trigger and take a leap of faith on you, or they're going to go ahead and save that cash and go back to pain and suffering. If these are the only 2 choices, you're not giving them a third alternative. You're basically just going to lose. So it's a war of attrition. We're either talking about 0 or we're talking about 100, right? They're always going to say no. All right. So if I said, would you like to sit in on a guest invite and just see what's going on here? Nobody's going to say no to that. The people that don't show up ain't that freaking serious anyways. But for most of the time in our racket, they're going to show up. You let the success of that energy on a coaching call, a weekly coaching call, you let them sell that person, and you let the community sell that person. It's kind of like church. It's why they rally people to come in on Sundays. And they know if we can get you in on one Sunday, if we don't get you the first time, we're going to get you next Sunday. If we don't get you next Sunday, we're going to get you the Sunday after that. Because why? You got to bring them into some kind of space because they will buy that community. So most people know they're not going to do anything on their own. And most people in the high ticket space, what they do is they give up on chasing this dream because it's simply too much work. The next thing that you guys can also go ahead and do, which is something that I don't see people do enough, is actually doubling up testimonials. So in terms of doubling up testimonials, as you can see here, this is actually our funnel that I'll show you guys. Okay. We have right here, we'll increase the consultations, increase the enrollments, and it will increase the rev for the business. And then we'll go out there and we'll host a coaching call to rally for testimonials, right? This is really important that the business owner or somebody that is heavily invested in the business is actually going to be hosting these coaching calls, because that person is going to go out there and book the testimonials. You want to know why a lot of people don't do a testimonial after they got the result? Is because they don't see the person that they bought the business, that they bought the offer from, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, I heard you got a job, or hey, I heard you got this outcome, and they're like, yeah, but I kind of felt like I did all the work, right? They don't feel like they have any type of relationship with you, so like, yeah. Now, not everybody that gets a job, at least in our racket, is going to do a testimonial. Not everybody that you work with is going to give you a testimonial either, because sometimes they're too busy, they don't care. They don't care about you. They don't want to do it. They don't want to put themselves out there. That's totally fine as well. So what you want to do here is you want to take all of that. Okay, you want to take all of that and you want to go ahead and rally for testimonials. It's going to get you more job offers, which means more placements. And you're going to take all those questions that they ask you. If you don't have an assistant or like a chief of staff, you really should. You should have all the YouTube videos, the coaching call questions. You should record answers to those questions on your iPhones and just publish that and create a posting schedule. The best posting schedule is just to drop it hot and heavy every single day. I drop like 5 to 8 YouTube videos a day. You know, because like at 1 or 2 YouTube videos, it's like more volume is better, because you just never know who's going to watch it, right? And the people that are going to watch it, they are going to go ahead and just marinate for you. So the business impact on the back end is like you increase also your like YouTube video count, you increase your YouTube views, you also get more YouTube subscribers. So this in itself, if you want to go ahead and double up revenue, instead of everybody's already focusing on doubling up consultations, doubling up enrollments, like getting more calls, be a little smarter this year. Double up your show up rate, double up your guest invites, and double up your testimonials. If you focus on those 3 areas, then you're going to very, very effortlessly see a double in revenue for your high ticket coaching and consulting business. Now, in my next video, I'm going to go ahead and cover how to go out there and hire a rock star head of revenue to go out there and help you basically manage all of this. But don't forget to go ahead and subscribe. I'm going to be coming out with more of this knowledge later, and I look forward to speaking with you very, very soon. If you want to go ahead and get a call with me, the link is in the description. You can ping me directly. We help coaches, creators, boot camps scale up revenue, and we basically apply all of the strategies that we have used that has worked for us, because we're in this game, to help you guys take your business, your coaching or your consulting business to the next level. Very much looking forward to speaking with you very, very soon.